Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. First of all, before I go any further, I've got to give a grateful shout out to the newest members of the Adrienne Ross Show channel. These happen to be MVP members, and they are Patricia Tassonis, Colleen Gee, Kentucky Rick, and Pope. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate all the members, the rookie members, the MVP members, the legend members, the GOAT members. Thank you so much. And also, if you've not subscribed, anyone who's not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I appreciate you as well. So now let's get into what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start off by reminding you there was a whole lot of conversation that went on when the WNBA was about to start for the 2024 season. And Diana Taurasi had something to say about these rookies coming in. Caitlin Clark in particular was given a whole lot of shine and a whole lot of expectations. And Diana Taurasi did a little, let me tell you how it's really gonna be. She did that. Let's take a look at that again, because I'm gonna say something about that I've never said before. And that is that I've come to find out Diana Taurasi was right.
When the college guys come out, they're waiting for him. I mean, Camilla's coming, Caitlin's coming. There's more than just that are coming. What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time.
I'm sure. There it is. You heard it again. The little kind of smirk. Reality is coming. Reality is coming. You look superhuman against those 18-year-olds in college. But you're about to come up against some folks that have been involved in professional basketball for a really long time. And many people pushed back. Many people said, the nerve. Many people said, well, we can't wait to see what ends up happening. Egg in the face, like Gino eventually would have. A lot of people got down on Diana Taurasi for what she said. But again, I'm going to say it. She was right. She was right in a way that she didn't even realize. So follow with me with my sarcasm as I point out just how right Diana Taurasi was, in spite of our pushing back. Okay, here it is. Many people who started watching the WNBA in 2024 because Caitlin Clark came into the league, many of them followed her from college into the WNBA. Some of those people had never watched the game of WNBA before. Some people who started watching Caitlin Clark's WNBA season used to play basketball maybe and used to watch basketball and got away from it. Some people like myself used to watch the WNBA in the early days, but fell away from it. But we said, whatever category you fall into, those or any other, we said, this is going to be so exciting. There's Caitlin Clark stepping to the next level, and we're going to tune in and watch her. And we did. We were thinking this is going to be so much fun. Or like I said, for those who came back, you're like, wow, I've been out of this for a while. We're going to come back. We're going to be able to cheer for Caitlin Clark. We're going to be able to watch her do great things. And we're going to be able to see the rest of the league and all these other players. It's going to be so fun. They're going to be glad that they've got packed arenas. This is going to be hype, y'all. I am back to the WNBA, or I'm here for the WNBA for the first time, or I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I'm here for it, right? We were so psyched. Seriously. Couldn't wait. After the draft, couldn't wait to see what was going to happen. And guess what? You know what happened? You know what came? Reality. Remember what Diana Taurasi said? Reality is coming. And reality came. And it didn't take long for many of us to go, well, she must have meant something else. she must have meant that reality was coming to people like you and people like me who actually thought that this was a league that presented itself in a professional manner, that welcomed everybody, and that was going to be such a joy. But reality is coming. Reality came. So the person who said, "Oh yeah, you've been looking supernatural, superhuman, going against 18-year-olds, but you're about to come up against some grown women." The woman who said that, she had it right, but just didn't know how right she had it and where it applied. And neither did we. We found out that we were coming up against some supposed grown women who were acting like the 18-year-olds that Diana Taurasi was talking about in college. Reality came. And we ran into players who were the grown women who were acting like the 18-year-olds. And we weren't enjoying it like we thought. And then not only that, we came up against some grown women who were in the higher echelons of the WNBA, like some of these owners who are constantly bringing us reality of what they're about. We came up against them because they were acting like 18-year-olds too, like teenagers. So Diana Taurasi, we thought, was talking about competitiveness and all that, kind of throwing a little shade there, whatever. Yeah, reality's coming, yo. You about to come up against some grown people. You've been dealing with 18-year-olds. Well, what I found out was that it was after we came to the league that we started feeling like we were dealing with 18-year-olds, like immature children, like people, like grown people who own teams on the league or co-own teams on this league, who are saying things like, give us your athlete of the year, or actually more accurately, you shouldn't be athlete of the year, Caitlin Clark, because if you're athlete of the year, then the rest of the team is going, the rest of the league is going to have their feelings hurt, and they're going to feel like they've been slighted, and then they're going to try to hurt you because racism is going to become a factor. Reality is coming. Reality came. This is not what many of us expected. We expected to come into this league, have some fun, cheer on Caitlin Clark, absolutely, buy some merch, raise the revenue, raise the roof, all of it. But reality came, and we did encounter some so-called grown people who've been involved in basketball for a really, really long time, as she said. But the reality was they were still acting like 18-year-olds. And forgive me for 18-year-olds if you feel like that's like, don't put that on us. 18 is still technically grown, but a lot of what we're seeing in this league is not grown folk stuff at all. And that was the reality. Caitlin Clark handled herself just fine against Diana Taurasi, okay? And set 62 records? Rookie of the year, 4th in MVP voting, a list of accolades I don't have time and my brain cannot wrap around. Thinking back to these players, how many of them represented the league, and it was not all of them, but reality came with the ones who it was. And then you get owners talking smack, and you get an owner in Sheila Johnson who literally said that all of the league should have been the athlete of the year. Why does it have to be Caitlin Clark? She basically said, and other people's feelings are going to be hurt, and we cannot have that. This is the reality. This is where we are. Why? Because, and she made a race thing out of it. There are lots of women of color, players of color, people of color who deserve it. I did videos on that. Not going to do that whole thing again. Go check them out. But my point remains the same. Diana Taurasi didn't know how right she was, and neither did we. But I give it to her. Reality came. And right? Almost speechless at how reality came. Didn't know I'd see it that way. Didn't know I'd ever say, hey, you are 100% right. But she's right. And here we are. 2025 is around the corner, God willing. We'll find out what happens. Could there be more reality? Woo! Put your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.